your attention. Just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. What you just saw was a video about World Vision. How many of y'all heard of World Vision before? Cool. So y'all know what's up with World Vision. But let me tell y'all something about my story in World Vision. It's a very sad story. Back when I was a little kid, you know, I grew up with people talking, and I didn't come out because people was talking. So I stayed in my mom's womb, and I was like, I'm coming out until they stop talking. I'm just kidding. So check it out. I got off the road about 3 years ago, and I was in Nashville, and I was chilling, and I was like with my homies in this apartment, right? So my homies were over here, and all the homettes were over here. And to make the story make sense, the homettes, they were all pretty fly. You know what I'm saying? By fly, I mean pretty, beautiful. And did you say girls? Yeah, just escort her out. Just like, she's gone. So there was the dudes over here and the girls over here, right? Check it out. We was watching American Idol Gives Back, as all good Christians should at some point. And we was learning about humility, because that's what you learn in that show. And so something started happening, because if y'all don't know about American Idol Gives Back, that's when they bring back all the stars, right? And I don't know if they do something special with the lighting or something, but all of a sudden that show is just juiced with emotion. Everybody's just singing the big ballads, you know what I'm saying? And it was just real emotional. So I'm chilling off a tour, just thinking, you know, all the dudes, when they're around girls, y'all know this, we be, you know, man, like, what's up, y'all? What's up? So I was like that, but something started happening, y'all. Something started happening. I don't know what it was, but it was like precipitation in my eyeball. It was like my brain was raining and I had no wipers, because agua was rolling down my cheek and I didn't know what it was, and I was thinking it can't be crying, because rappers don't cry. We don't, unless our homies get shot. And at that point, if they get shot, we cry and we pour out some, since we Christian rappers, some Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. Secular rappers do liquor, we do Kool-Aid. And if you're rich, it's Sunny D. Sunny D, please. Thanks, Mom. We don't have that. The closest thing in the ghetto we got to Sunny D is Tang. Double up the scoops, double it up, dog. Back to the story at hand. So I was crying, right? And I was like, man, Lord, you know, I'm praying at this point. And I'm like, what are you doing to me? Because these chicas are going to think that I'm soft. And I cannot let this happen. That is not well with my soul. So I stepped out of the apartment and I further continued to talk to the Lord. And this is what he reminded me of. A, be careful what you pray for. Because sometimes we be getting all spiritual in our prayers and we be wanting to sound mad holy. You know what I'm saying? Those prayers that are mad like babas and snot running down your nose, and you be thinking like you be speaking in King James. Oh Lord, thou art holy, Father of all heaven, moon, stars, planets. Bless me with bountiful joy. Help me to heal the world. Make it a better place. No, just kidding. So he reminded me of that prayer, and then he asked me to do something. He was like, I want you to do something. I want you to do for them what I've done for you. And I was like, oh, snap. Because Jesus, you did a lot. You walked on water. You healed the blind. You made the cripple stand. I like that. But you got whipped, crucified, and you died. I don't like that. That part of the worship song, I always think it's metaphoric, you know? Or at least I like to think. So he was like, no, here's what I did. I adopted you out of sin, and I gave you a future that you did not deserve. And so I started thinking, ooh, putting two and two together, and I'm realizing the video that I just watched, and I'm like, I know he's been speaking in my heart about World Vision. And I knew that I felt like compelled to do something, but like many people, we always make mad excuses. I'm too broke. I ain't got money. I got too many bills. Let me tell you about bills. I paid $35 a month for the gym membership. My muscles are not getting any bigger. They're not. They might even be shrinking. You know? I was paying $115 extra car insurance for my convertible, thinking that they sold me on this idea that it's gonna break. It's gonna break, man. If it breaks, it's $800 a fix plus labor. I was like, what? Got extra insurance, $115 a month. My car doesn't even move. It stays in the garage. The only way that thing's gonna break is if the tools in the garage grow legs and just start beating up my car. I used to spend an insane amount on clothes. I used to spend like, y'all ever heard of you heard of True Religion, right? That's a false religion. $375 on jeans, that junk didn't make me look any better. It probably made me look worse. I probably look like the dudes from Jersey Shore, straight Guido style. Guido. With the pointy shoes, you know them dudes. They just dress what the mannequin has on. Whatever that guy, put it on me. And I just lost it all, y'all. That's where I spent my money, and I was justifying. I was like, no, Lord, I don't have no money. Yeah, okay. Then the Lord, revealed something to me. He was like, hey, man, the only thing that you can take from this life are people. As a Christian, you understand this, that the only thing that we can take with us are people. Who we sow into. So I decided to do this World Vision thing. I was like, God, you're speaking, I'm listening, and it's about time. I called them up. I was like, hey, Mr. World Vision, I would love to sponsor a child. They was like, okay, what kind would you like? Sears? Did I call Sears? I would like a child, please. Any would be fine. A child. And they gave me this beautiful little girl named Felicity. From Africa. She's so cool. She likes to play soccer. She likes to color because she always be sending me letters with little hearts. I know, right? But she don't smile in her picture, so I gotta work on that. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong as a parent. Maybe parents, you can help me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But she is so cool, and all I can keep thinking about is, wow, God, $35 a month is what World Vision costs. And this is all I spend to take care of this little girl. And not just take care of y'all, but help live. Live, y'all. This is like, it blows my mind that $35 of our money can actually sustain a life in some parts of the world. So I urge you, think about it. What do we spend our dough on? What do we spend our money on? And is it really worth it? This isn't a spiel to get y'all feeling bad. I don't want anybody feeling guilty or bad or feeling like, oh, this dude is just making me feel horrible about myself. Look, if you got fly stuff, bless you. If you got fly jeans in this place, cool. If you got fly shoes, awesome. If your whip outside is way better than mine, cool. Just let me take a picture on it and pretend it's mine. Like my new Mercedes, what up? I don't even care about that stuff. Here's what I care about, is you understanding that we are not asking you for something, but we are making you aware that you have an opportunity to do something. Because that's what giving is about. That's what this whole Christianity thing is about. It's about pouring your life into someone else's. And it takes $35 a month. So that's what World Vision is. That's what we're talking about. That's what that video is talking about. And that's what I'm urging you guys to think about tonight. Over there in the corner, there's a World Vision table, and there's a bunch of beautiful little kids, you guys. And I just want to leave you with this. There is no better place that I've ever spent $35 a month than in my beautiful girl, Felicity. And I can't wait to see her one day, whether in this life or the next. But I promise you this one thing, there will be nothing in my life that I gave money to that was more important. Not my car, not my house, not anything, than that little girl. And most of y'all parents know what it means to pour into someone else. And there's multiple ways you can do this. Kids, y'all can get together with each other and do like a little group thing. Youth groups, you can get together and do something. Families, I've seen parents adopt a child the same age as their kids so they can be pen pals. We've seen it all. There's any way that you can do it, but we just pray that you do it. For those of you who feel it. If you ain't feeling it, cool, man. Bless you. Thank you for coming. But if God's speaking to you, be obedient. Join the revolution of those of us who want to see lives change. I know all of you do because you came to this show, and it's definitely changing our lives. We're so appreciative of it. You guys are beautiful. There's 15 minutes in between now and Fireflight. There's intermission, so come back and make sure you see them, but please stop by the World Vision table, and merch is all over the place. You guys are so beautiful. Thanks for coming.